You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome into Good Morning Vail. It's Friday, February 9th. I'm your host, Ross Leonhardt. On this first hour of Good Morning Vail, we have some kitchen desserts for the big game this weekend. We're checking in with Eyepieces of Vail. We're checking in on the weather and much more. So grab that coffee, tune in, and get ready for Good Morning Vail. Good morning, Vail. Now I'm over here in the TV8 Weather Center. Starting off this Friday morning, we're looking at 20 degrees around 8 a.m. to start, and we're looking at a high of 31 degrees, so pretty chilly today. 30% chance of snow, mostly cloudy throughout the day today. Some slight winds, 5 to 10 miles an hour, coming in from the west-southwest today. Into the hourly temperatures, some slight snow showers to start the day, and then a cloudy skies throughout the rest of the day. At noon, we'll see 26 degrees, 4 p.m., 28 degrees, and 8 p.m. Temperatures drop down to 18 degrees. So a pretty chilly Friday out there. Into the I-70 corridor, Eagle looking at a high of 34 degrees with a 20% chance of snow today. Avon 32 degrees with a 30% chance of snow, and Vail 31 degrees with a 30% chance of snow. Over in Denver, 44 degrees with a 30% chance of snow. Lots of clouds out there on this Friday and a little bit of snow. Into tonight, a low of 10 degrees with 30% chance of snow. Mostly cloudy and a few snow flurries throughout the evening. Winds light and variable this evening. Into the weekend, chance of snow today, chance of snow on Saturday before mostly sunny skies return Sunday and Monday. And then partly cloudy skies roll in Tuesday and Wednesday. The lows this weekend, 5 on Saturday and 5 on Sunday, but the high is 30 on Saturday and 29 on Sunday. So definitely varying conditions out there and varying temperatures throughout the day this Friday. Beaver Creek snow report, 2 fresh inches in the last 24 hours and 4 inches in the last 2 days, bringing the season total to 163 inches and a base depth of 57 inches up at the Beeve. Beeve's operating 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. right now with 25 lifts open, 163 trails, and about 73% of terrain up at the Beeve. Over at Vail, 1 fresh inch in the last 24 hours, 5 fresh inches in the last 2 days, bringing the season total to 106 inches and the base depth 57 inches over in Vail. I was over there yesterday. Things are looking very fresh and nice on Vail Mountain. Vail's operating 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. right now with 31 lifts open, including those back bowls in Blue Sky Basin, with 277 trails and 99% of terrain open at Vail. With all this new snow coming in, let's check in with Eyepieces of Vail that has some of the best gear from the neck up, to get you out on the mountain.
Well, we just walked outside of Eyepieces with 2 of their new exciting products that we're going to get to try out on the mountain here at Beaver Creek. Well, we're back on the chairlift, headed back up to the top of Beaver Creek, and we're going to focus on the Murak Wave Cell helmet from Anon. And this one's pretty interesting because one thing I noticed already is it has this cool boa right here in the back that'll allow you to adjust and loosen the helmet around your head. It just fits so well, but you can adjust it to make it fit even better. So that's one thing I've noticed that I like so far on this helmet. The other cool piece of this helmet is the wave cell technology it has. As you can kind of see through the ventilation, that green wave cell technology inside the helmet. And what it really does is it balances out the impact. So when you hit your head on the snow, it balances out the impact of where you hit your head. The wave cell behaves like a network of hundreds of interconnected shock absorbers connecting to your head and the outer shell of the helmet. Wave cell helps distribute the impact energy through its network of cells and reduces impact forces like the crumple zone of a car perhaps, and then helps divert rotational forces by flexing and gliding. So we're gonna jump to the next product that we picked up from Eyepieces today, and it is these pink protective Anon M5 goggles that are super sweet. They come with the built-in face protection, and I've got this pink lens on today, so I should be seeing pretty well through this overcast weather that we've got out in front of us at Beaver Creek. But let's go try them out. So another cool feature about these M5 goggles from Anon is the built-in face technology like we talked about, but check this out. It's magnetic, so it just pops on and off super easily. You can snap it right back on, right in and out. All right, so if I had to rate both products right now, I'd give the M5s, you know, a soft 10 out of 10, and I would give the Merak helmet also, you know, probably a 10 out of 10, but that's just me. Make sure to go to Eyepieces and try these unique products out for yourself. Thanks for joining us, and I hope to see you on the mountain.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. We'll see you next time. Hi friends, welcome to a little behind the scenes. I'm Avisha Scarborough and I'm so excited to be part of the team at TV8 in Vail. I love the outdoor lifestyle here, I love the arts and culture, and I love being part of this community. My show is called Vail Vibes with Avisha, where I tell you about all the amazing activities going on here in Vail and surrounding areas all year round.
Good morning, Vail.
We are only a couple days away from the big game on Sunday, and all week here on Good Morning Vail, we've been working in the kitchen on snacks and treats to make during the big game. Luckily today, to finish the week, we've got dessert, and Kim's in the kitchen with a chocolate football cake.
Welcome back. We are in the kitchen. We've made so many delicious and savory treats this entire week for the big game on Sunday, but I'm going to show you how to make a football-themed dessert board. The centerpiece of this is an actual chocolate football, but we're going to go ahead and get started and make it like a buttercream, cream cheese type frosting consistency. So what you'll need for this is powdered sugar, cream cheese. We're going to use a whole block of cream cheese, plus about ½ cup of butter, which is equivalent to 1 stick. Now you can use the unsalted. I like a little bit of salt with my sweets, so I chose to use the sea salted butter today. And then we're crafting and we're building because you have to make a football shape. So I've got all kinds of fun little tinfoil contraptions over here that I will show you how to use as we get started. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Our base is going to start with the cream cheese. So we've got 8 ounces of cream cheese. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. As you can see, it's definitely a little bit on the tight side. And just grab a knife here. Or we can use our scissors. We're going to go ahead and cut the top of it off right here. There we go, just like that. Perfect. Got that cut off. We're going to open it up. And the beauty of using cream cheese, we can literally just dump it into our bowl. So all you'll need is a large mixing bowl. You may need 2 for later, but I'll show you with all of our tin foil contraptions what we're going to use there. So we've got the cream cheese out. You want it to sit out for a bit for room temperature. We probably let it sit out for about 15 minutes here. And we're just going to go ahead and start to fluff it up just a little bit. So we're just fluffing it, and you can put it on a low temperature so that it doesn't go flying all over the place. As you can see, if it was a little softer, it'd be a little bit easier, but that's okay because we really just want to get the consistency so that other ingredients can mix in with it. It's looking good to me here. It's okay that we've got a bunch in our mixers here. So then we're going to go ahead and add our butter, and our butter has been sitting out as well. This is also softened. We're going to make sure everything softens up so we can mix it together, and then we're going to put it in the fridge so that it can actually take shape and make the football that I cannot wait to show you how to do. It's going to be a fun one. All right, so we've got this butter in here, and this is a ½ cup of butter, which is equivalent to 1 stick exactly. So we're going to go ahead and get that a little bit mixed in. And as you can see, because that butter is nice and soft, it's blending in really, really nicely here. There you go, and you just kind of keep it going, just like that. So we've got our cream cheese and butter mix. Now it is the big game, which means calories don't count on this day. So this is definitely one that you can indulge in. We've got our cream cheese and our butter. So you're thinking, how do I make that sweet? Well, not to fear, powdered sugar is here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add 2 cups of powdered sugar in here. And when I add powdered sugar, because it does tend to create like a cloud when you start using an electric mixer with it, I like to kind of add it in increments. So we're gonna get 1 full cup to start. We'll probably do this about 4 times because I'll divide it in half and we'll pour it in and just incorporate it in nice and slowly. And you know, it really doesn't matter, like, if your cup is a little bit full, that's okay, because who doesn't like more sugar? If you're a sugar fiend like I am, to me, this is delicious. So we're just gonna add a little bit in here, and we're just gonna start going just like that, right? So we've added a little bit in, making sure that it doesn't go everywhere. Probably risky that I decided to wear black today on the day that I'm working with powdered sugar, but that's okay. We'll add a little bit more in here just at a time. And we're just gonna keep adding and folding and mixing just like that. Here we go. We'll go up a little bit. There we go. And it's looking great, making a mess here. But if you're not making a mess in the kitchen, are you actually cooking? That's what I always like to say. So we're just gonna add a little bit more in there. As you can see it, I love the smell of powdered sugar. You You smell candy and treats and memories as you are smelling the powdered sugar as it's mixed in with the cream cheese and the butter. Now we're going to add a little bit more here. Just go nice and slow. So I'm on the lowest setting on my electric mixer here, and we're just going to blend it. Try to make sure that we're keeping it in the center of the bowl. It's looking great. I'm just going to keep it going. Rock and roll, looking awesome there. We'll add a little bit more in and just keep mixing and blending and mixing and blending until we've got 2 cups of sugar in our bowl here. Well, try not to make a mess, but you know what? It is what it is. Probably should have worn the apron today. So we're just going to keep on blending and mixing. It's getting thicker. You can see the consistency changing there. Looking great. All right. All right, so that's our first cup of sugar. Here we are, just partying it up in the kitchen. Watch out for all of that white flaky goodness, which happens in the snow here on the slopes and in the kitchen with all of this delicious powdered sugar here. So we got about another cup, adding that in. And then we're almost done because this is just going to be the basis of our football. And then we put it in the fridge, let it chill. And we just keep it going. Now, if I had a helper in the kitchen, like a Kevin or a Ross or Gretchen, I would be having them actually consistently pour the sugar in as I blend it. But since it's just me here, I don't want to make too much of a mess, even though I think it's probably too late for that. We're just going to add a little bit in increments at a time. So we're just going to keep it going, just like that. And don't worry, it cleans up really easy. Looking good, looking good. I'm just gonna hold this in place and we're gonna add a little bit more sugar in. Probably dangerous, this could spin out of control here, but here we go. It's called being innovative and efficient in this one-woman show that we've got going on. But as you can see it, like I'm trying to keep the powdered sugar away from the edges of the bowl and mixing it in, but it looks like a great frosting. And this is actually the basis of a buttercream frosting, which is great. If you wanted a little bit more butter flavor, we'd put more butter in it and less cream cheese. All right, all of the sugar is in there. But any sort of frosting that you're making always starts with the butter and the powdered sugar, and you just whip it to your desired texture that you want. And we got the last of it in there. Okay. Looking great, looking great. All right, now here is the fun part. I want to lick my fingers, but I'm going to wait till the end. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to separate and pull 3 tablespoons aside. So if you have a plastic bag, or what I did is I took tin foil inside of a cup, because we're going to make like a little piping contraption here. It does not have to be perfect. So we're going to put about 3 tablespoons in here, and it's nice and light and fluffy. That looks good to me. I think we'll be good. Add a little bit more for good's sake. There we go. Just adding it in, and then we're going to set it aside because we're going to use that later. And I'll show you what we're going to use with it later. So now here's the best part. Chocolate. A football is made out of brown leather, so we are going to make this chocolate and delicious. So what I did was I took Oreo cookies, or a chocolate sandwich cookie, and I crushed it up in my blender. So there are about 20 cookies in this here, and then we're just going to incorporate that into our mix. So it looks like a delicious milkshake, Oreo cookie shake here, but it's not. It is an Oreo cookie frosting, but it's going to turn into a football dip pretty quickly here. So we've got that going. It's looking great. I'm going to add in the rest of it, just like that. Try not to make a big giant mess, but here we are in the kitchen making a mess. All right, stirring it all up, looking great. Keeping it going, adding a little bit more in here to finish it out. Okay, that looks like Oreo cookie goodness, but the trick to make it chocolatey, we're adding some additional chocolate syrup into it. So you can measure this out if you want to, and in theory, you could do about 2 tablespoons, But that's what 1 tablespoon looks like in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add some more, because why not? All the chocolate that you want there. So that's just Hershey's chocolate syrup there. You can use any kind that you want to, sugar-free if you want to, but if you wanted to make it less sugary, but what's the point, right? So we're just gonna go ahead and continue to stir it. Just blend it all together, and guess what? We are almost done with our actual, I guess you could call it the base of our football, with what is going to make the shape. Man, that looks good. I can smell the chocolate, the powdered sugar, and then, of course, Oreo cookies. Who doesn't love a good creamy Oreo cookie? All right. And I didn't do anything special with the Oreos in the blender. Actually, I just put them right in. It's got all of the frosting in it that you would need, so it adds an extra layer of sweetness. Now, here is the fun part. We've got a container. You can take a bowl if you want to, or this container, and we're going to grab plastic wrap. And you're gonna put that plastic wrap on the inside of this container. Now, I like to do one this way and then one this way, just to make sure that we're covering all surfaces. And I gotta pull this out here. Always fun working with plastic wrap here, right? You pull it out. Not the best for the environment, but when you're in the kitchen, sometimes it is necessary. So we made a little nest with our plastic wrap. And then I'm gonna move this here. We're gonna grab a spoon out of our handy dandy silverware drawer. And then you're just gonna scoop this in here. So you're gonna scoop it, and you wanna make sure that it's like, I chose this tin foil because it actually is a little bit of a football shape, but we're gonna be shaping this anyways. So if you have a bowl at home is just as fine. You can just make sure that it's in a nice round bowl, but I like to get something as close to a football shape as I can, and then we're gonna shape it when we let it set in the fridge, which you wanna let set for about an hour. So we'll make sure that we definitely have a part 2, because man, this dessert board and the finished product is gonna be incredible. I cannot wait to show you what it's going to look like. So stay tuned. We will show you part 2 very shortly, and we'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, it's Master TV at Vail. We want to invite you all to the Wacky Winter Reading Program. It's open to all ages. All you have to do is read 10 books or 1,000 pages. For more information, go on our website, tv8vail.com. And thank you to our sponsor, the Eagle Valley Library District.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Bleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time, or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Welcome to the Vibe Report with Avisha. This is where I tell you all about the exciting happenings around town. This weekend, we have a guided snowshoe tour Saturday, February 10th at the Nature Discovery Center on Vail Mountain at 10:30 a.m. This is a free guided snowshoe tour with a naturalist where you take an educational tour through the forest atop Vail Mountain. Learn about winter ecology and wild animals and be prepared for snow. Check out walkingmountains.org for more info on this event and many others. We also have the Meadow Mountain Skimo Race Saturday morning at Meadow Mountain in Minturn. You can learn more at vailrec.com. Also on Saturday morning is the 2024 Stedman Clinic Vail Cup. After more than 50 years, the Vail Cup has evolved into a fun series of on-hill events hosted by Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. Learn more at vailcup.com. The art exhibit by Tara Novak will continue this weekend at the Avon Public Library on Saturday and Sunday. She'll be there in person showing her Bigger Than Us series. Saturday night, there will be live music at Shakedown, the Gambit Bar, the Vail Chop House, Ein Prosit, Lodge at Vail, Red Lion, and King's Club at the Sonnenau.
Sunday is game time. There will be a pre-Super Bowl sunrise skin at Vail Resort with Cynthia at Gravity House. And then there will be Super Bowl parties all over town. Gambit Bar, The Lodge at Vail, Altitude Bar and Grill, Decca and Bowl, and Chasing Rabbits will all be showing the big game. I hope you have a ton of fun this weekend. Stay safe, stay warm, and always spread the good vibes. Be sure to follow the Vail Vibes TV8 Instagram for more info. See you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Welcome into the TV8 Weather Center on this Friday morning. Starting out at 20 degrees at 8 a.m. with a high today of 31 degrees and a 30% chance of snow. Some slight winds, 5 to 10 miles an hour, coming from the west-southwest today. Some snow flurries possible this morning around 8 a.m. Noon, things will heat up to 26 degrees with cloudy skies. 4 p.m., 28 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. And at 8 p.m., temperatures drop down to 18 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Into the I-70 corridor, Eagles looking at a high of 34 degrees today with a 20% chance of snow this morning. Avon a high of 32 with a 30% chance of snow. Vail 31 degrees with a 30% chance of snow. And Denver 44 degrees with a 30% chance of snow. Oop, going a little quick there. Tonight, a low of 10 degrees and a 30% chance of snow this evening. Mostly cloudy skies with a few snow flurries expected this Friday night. Winds light and variable heading into the weekend. Into the weekend, afternoon snow expected on Saturday before mostly sunny skies return on Sunday and Monday. And then on Tuesday and Wednesday, the clouds start to roll back in. Look at those lows. A Saturday, a low of 5 degrees. Sunday, a low of 5 degrees. Monday, a low of 10 degrees. Conditions varying throughout the next couple days. Some snow, some sun, so be prepared for all of it. And we're going to check back in with Kim in the kitchen on her dessert for this Sunday.
Welcome back. It is part 2 of the football dessert board. And who doesn't love a good board? I know we've had butter boards all year long, charcuterie boards, and now dessert boards. They are all the rage, especially when they're football themed. I'm going to show you what we've done so far and how to make this look presentable and fun for your friends to eat. Now, if you recall, we made our delicious cream cheese, butter, powdered sugar, Oreos, and chocolate syrup mix. So it's brown like a football, and we froze it, or we chilled it for about an hour in the fridge. I put it in this tinfoil container to kind of begin the beginning shaping of a football. Now we used the plastic wrap, and that kind of helps us with the shaping here. And it's okay if you've got little different ridges in it, because we're going to actually cover it to make it even more football obvious with chocolate chips. So we've got a platter here. You want to make sure that your platter is ready to go, because you're going to put all kinds of things on top of it. We've got it shaped a bit like a football, so we're going to put it in the center there, and then you're just going to pull the plastic wrap off. Now you want to do this kind of quickly because you don't want it to melt quite yet while you're shaping it. So my hands are about to get really messy here, but that's okay. So it kind of looks like a football. We're just going to shape it around. You just pat it, make it look nice like a football shape, just like that. All right, we're shaping it, shaping it, shaping it. Does it look even enough for me? I'm happy with it. We're going to go with that, and I'm going to take my fingers and wipe the chocolate off. But you know what? We're about to get even more messy, because I've got about a cup of semi-sweet mini chocolate chips here. We're just going to go ahead and dump it on top, and then you're just going to press it into the mixture, the delicious creamy mixture that we've got going on here. So I'm just going to keep sprinkling and sprinkling and sprinkling. All right. Getting it in there. We're pushing it in. Make sure you get the front of it, because that's important. And you can just kind of like dump it through this cup and press it into your chocolate mixture, your chocolate, cheesy, sugary, buttery, all of the things that we love that make things indulgent. All the flavors are in this dip itself. And the best part is it's no bake. So if you are not sure how to bake a dessert, this is the dessert you should make for your friends and your family. We're just going to keep on pouring those chocolate chips all around the side of it. My hands are looking covered in sweets. I might have to lick them later when we're done. So we're just covering it with these chocolate chips here. And the best part about while you're adding the chocolate chips, it makes it easier to shape it because it's not as sticky to your fingers. So just going to keep on going. We're getting done with it there all the way around. And you just kind of keep pouring those chocolate chips on it. Looking great. Looking like a football. I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell it. I'm getting excited. I think this is going to be the hit of the party. Just saying. You know, it puts a little bit of time into it, but it's actually quite easy. If you're not good at baking, this is the way to go. A block of cream cheese, a stick of butter, 2 cups of powdered sugar, blend it all together. Take about 20 Oreos or chocolate sandwich cookies. Blend those up. You can crush it with a rolling pin if you don't have a blender that you trust. But we're just kind of keep putting all of that in here. All right, it's looking good. You know, sometimes if you can't get all the way to the sides, that's okay too. We've got a little bit of chocolate chips left, so no chocolate chip left behind is how I look at it. All right, we're doing that. All right, squeezing it, just pushing it all the way in there, shaping it like a football. Looking good. Now I'm gonna do a quick hand rinse because next we've got to decorate. So here we go. Rinsing those hands off. Perfect. Stepping away. All right, we're going to dry my hands because next we're going to do the fun part, and that is piping the laces on. Now, a typical football has about eight laces across, 1 down the center, so the seam, and that's just to help with spiraling. You kind of know where to grip the football. It's okay if you can't get that many out of here. But what we did earlier, before we added in the chocolate syrup and the crushed Oreos, we actually took about 3 tablespoons of our mixture ahead of time. And if you have a plastic bag, that works best, but if you don't, that's okay. You're just going to take, what we did is we put a tin foil into a cup, and then we piped we scooped 3 tablespoons of the mixture into the cup. And that keeps it white because you remember we started with butter. There we go, looking great. We started with the butter, the cream cheese, and the powdered sugar mixture. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently apply pressure, and we're just going to keep it going. We're just going to make it look like a football, like just dolloping it on just like that, and you can just kind of spread it apart. And it's okay, we'll probably do about, I'd say for this football, we're just going to do about 3 laces. So we're going to just squeeze one across the middle, and the last one there. You have to be careful, those chocolate chips are tricky. They'll come and get stuck for you. All right, we're just going to use our fingers there. And you know what? If we don't like how it looks, that's okay, because lo and behold, we've got a knife. And you can just shapen that up just like that, make it look nice and pretty. Now you want this mixture to be a little bit more room temperature so that you can shape it a little better. There we go. Looking like a football. It's okay if it's not perfect, because let's be honest, the second this hits the table, this is going to be gone anyways. All right. You're just going to shape that up. We've got 3 laces across the top here. Looking beautiful. Looks great. And now the fun part, adding the desserts to the board. And you don't even have to worry about trying to clean up these chocolate chips if you wanted to, which I'm doing, scooping them into the middle here. All right, we've got 2 different kinds. I've got the chocolate kind, and I've got the vanilla or the honey kind. And these are going to represent both teams playing each other. So we're just going to decorate the outside of our board. Plus, it really doesn't matter what you want to decorate this with. You can do candy. You can do 2 different colors of candy. But I would say if you're playing with a football, just get 2 different kinds of the candy or the cookies or whatever so that you can represent different teams on the board here. All right. So we're just going to sprinkle some of these chocolate graham cracker cookies here. You can do vanilla wafers, regular graham crackers, cinnamon sugar flavored graham crackers. And just kind of sprinkle these all along the board here. All right, we're going to do lots and lots of chocolate teddy bears on this side. And then I'm moving on to the honey. We've got gummy bears, we've got pretzels, because sometimes people like a combination of salty and sweet. It's really whatever you want to put on this board. It's going to be delicious. I cannot wait to dig into it. I know on the in-between, while I was doing my cleanup, I was licking the bowl. It was so good. I cannot wait for you to try this and to make it at home. It's quite easy. All right. We're putting in these honey flavored. So we've got 2 different colors here. Now it looks good, right? We love a honey graham cracker or the Teddy Grahams, and we love a chocolate Teddy Graham as well. But looking at the board, it's not fun and vibrant. So I typically would advise As you can see, I might like the honey grams a little bit better than the chocolate ones. So I would add, we're going to go ahead and add some of these pretzels in too, just to put a little bit of fun here. And I'm going to just bookend my pretzels on either side of these teddy bears here, just like that. All right, looking good. This can represent, I don't know, face masks, goalposts, the net that catches the ball after they kick it through for the extra point. Whatever you want. I think it's just fun to be creative, and this is the best part. Now, who doesn't love a giant bag of gummy bears? Because I'm going to tell you, you're going to be refilling this plate. That chocolate is going to be there. All right. And the best part, all of the different colors, because it represents all of the fans that are sitting in the stands. All shapes and sizes, races, football fans, you know, it is what it is. Not everybody is going to be a 49ers, and as I'm dropping gummy bears all over the place, not everyone's going to be a 49ers fan or a Chiefs fan, but everybody is a football fan if you're going to the game. You like fun, excitement. Look at that. It's just looking quite delicious. Sweet, savory, mostly sweet and a little bit savory. So we're going to sprinkle all of these on here, and you can just do whatever you want to, you know, go to town. You can go to a specific candy store and go with colors if you want to, or just go to the grocery store and get whatever options that they have available there. You can put different kinds, but I'm going with the teddy bear theme because I just think it's fun. It represents all of the fans in the stands and on the field. So happy Football Sunday. Enjoy this delicious dessert tray. You can make it in all kinds of shapes. You could do a teddy bear for Valentine's Day, whatever you want. But either way, I can't wait to dive in. I think I'm going.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and if you're stressing about finding that perfect gift for that special someone, don't fret. We have Etsy trend expert Dana Johnson joining us this morning. Dana, thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me, Ross. Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going in your neck of the woods?
Oh, it's great. Just gearing up to celebrate love.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So as a trend expert, what are you seeing out there with this upcoming holiday?
Absolutely. So, we've just launched our Etsy gift mode that is here to make your life even easier for all your Valentine's Day needs. I'm loving the fact that on Etsy, in this gift mode, it kind of segments everything by persona. So for the globetrotter in your life, the person who loves to travel, I am loving personalized passport holders because it's really allowing you to then build memories every time you guys travel together. And then, of course, Valentine's Day is not just about romantic love. It's also about celebrating all the loves in your life. So for those gal pals for Galentine's Day, I'm loving personalized mugs that the two of you can have together as you sip your morning tea or your morning coffee. You think of your BFF. And then, of course, also don't forget the pets. They are, in fact, also a big love in your life. So why not think of a mommy and me or doggy daddy and me matching sweatshirts? I'm loving anything personalized that really puts that personal stamp on.
I love that. I love that. What about parents? Do you get gifts for your parents on Valentine's Day?
Absolutely. Valentine's Day is about celebrating all the loves in your life. For your parents, especially for those parents who love to cook, I love personalized recipe cutting boards. You can actually get their handwriting transferred onto the board, so it's cementing the memory of their recipe for forever and really has that special heirloom-like quality.
I love that. And what exactly is gift mode on Etsy? How does it work and how can people take advantage of it?
Yeah, so it's a new interactive hub. So basically, it starts with just asking you a few simple questions. So who you're gifting for, what their personal likes are, their hobbies, all of these things that kind of really drill down to all the things that they love. And then it's going to curate a list for you by persona, and it's going to show you all the different options that are tailored to all their likes for every budget need. And it's just gonna make no more guessing work. It is like the search tool that you need to make gifting easier than ever.
Yeah, and whether you're a man or a woman, you can find what you're looking for right there. So that's awesome.
Oh, for sure. I mean, right at the top, the first question is, who are you shopping for? So if it's husband, friend, kid, mom, coworker, the list goes on, and then we will do all the work behind the scenes on gift mode.
That's awesome. What else are you seeing out there in 2024 as some hot items and some good gifts this year?
Yeah, for sure. So one of the things that has been our color of the year that I was super excited to announce at the top of this year is berry. And this is coming off the heels of all of that bright pink that we saw last year. So now we're seeing richer jewel tones like berry that really create like this almost romantic essence. So you're seeing lots of sheer fabrics, lots of inspiration from ballet core, so wrap sweaters and deep reds and all of these things that kind of bring a sense of romanticizing your life into your home decor, into your wardrobe, and every portion of your life.
That's amazing. So kind of stepping it up from those classic flowers and chocolates for Valentine's Day. Check it out on Etsy. That's awesome. What's kind of next for you? What do you got going on next, and what's kind of the next trend?
Okay, so I especially want to call out the fact that on this gift mode, you're seeing things by persona. So it's kind of breaking down by your hobbies and likes. And one of the things that is popping up that I really, really love are these personalized recipe books. And this is for the cook in your life. So if you want to make sure that they are cementing those memories and even making memories with you by cooking in the kitchen and writing all these things down, really personalized is the way to go to make sure that you're cementing all those memories.
That's awesome. Dana, anything else I should have asked you? Anything else people should know either about gift mode or Etsy or Valentine's Day or anything else?
Well, I think the number one thing to think about, we recently did a study that surveyed Americans just about gifting, and we found that 50% of Americans who said, no, you don't have to get me anything, they were actually lying, and they secretly really wanted something for a gift. So I would say, don't ignore their personal likes, and a little something goes a long way. So even if someone says, nah, I don't want anything, try to get something a little special for any budget.
I love that. I love that. Dana, thanks so much for joining us this morning, and happy Valentine's Day to you early. And thanks so much for all those tips. That's awesome. Check out Etsy's gift mode for more, and stay tuned for more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com because there's always more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
This winter, Eyepieces is celebrating 40 years of optical excellence here in the Vail Valley. Let's check in one of their locations and see what's new at Eyepieces.
It's Kimberly here, and I am so excited to be standing here next to the marketing manager of Eyepieces of Vail, Danny Berry. Danny, how are you this morning?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm excellent. You know, I'm loving standing in the middle of the famous Goggle Bar. It's really great. So we're here at the Bridge Street location of Eyepieces of Vail. So tell me what's unique about Eyepieces of Vail. You've been a staple in the Valley for so many years. You've got sunglasses, regular glasses, contacts, and goggles. So what's unique about you?
Yeah, so eyepieces, like you said, has been around for a long time. We started out really as like a sunglass prescription optical shop. And over the years, we thought it was really important to kind of integrate the goggle part of it all. We find it really, really important that you're able to see out on the mountain. So we curate a great assortment of goggles that will help you just see really, really well on the slopes. It's really a safety equipment feature when you're out there. Our motto is see better, ski better. And so with that, we do a lot of prescription services for the hill in your goggles. So it's kind of a unique product. We love getting really techie with it. We're opticians at heart, but we also live out in the mountains and we love skiing. So we kind of build those two kind of passions together, and we have a ton of prescription goggle products.
Well, I would argue that, you know, having the right eyewear and the right visibility on the mountain is the most important thing from a safety perspective, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can't see where you're going, or if people around you can't, then that's where things happen. So talk to me about your prescription. Like, how does that work? And, you know, if we were to come in, can we bring our own goggles in, or do we have to purchase them here? Tell me all about it.
Yeah, so we have a couple different prescription offerings. If you already have a goggle that you love, or you have several goggles that you love to kind of rotate through your assortment of skiing equipment, we have a prescription insert that works great in a variety of goggles. We call it the butterfly insert. We put an anti-fog coating on the backside of the insert, and then we're able to kind of put it in whatever goggle that you want. It's a very universal fit. So if you have your sunny day goggle and then you have your cloudy day goggle, you can move them back and forth. Or as you can see, we have tons of great options back here if you want a quiver of goggles as well. But this is a great option if you just want to be moving it around. It's very lightweight.
So is
big
it
lens.
pretty flexible as well?
Yeah. So like I said, it's a very universal fit. So we can most likely fit it in any goggle that you want, or fit it in any of the goggles that we have here. So this is a great option. Super quick turnaround. So if you're needing something in a couple days, we can make that happen. If you're coming out in a couple days, give us a call. We can, you know, get it started for you so that it's ready by the time you get here for your ski vacation.
So you can call and email your prescription in if you are not physically here.
Correct.
That's great.
So we always encourage people to do that so that it's ready to go and you are all set for the rest of your ski vacation.
That's amazing. So let's say you have the same pair of goggles and you wanted to switch your lenses out. Do you have to take the butterfly prescription lens out first and then you switch the lenses? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's so easy to take in and out. So if you have one goggle and multiple lenses, it's super easy. You just take this out, it takes 1 second. You can switch out your lens to the sunny or the cloudy day and then put that insert right back in. It's very sleek. So from the outside, you can't even tell it's there. So no one will know that you have that insert in there, but you know you can see great with your, you know, custom prescription goggle.
Best vision on the mountain.
Yes,
that's
definitely.
Amazing. And that's what makes Eyepieces of Vail so unique. So you have been in the Valley for so long. So tell me about anything exciting that's coming up.
Yeah, so this is a very exciting winter for us. We are celebrating our 40th anniversary this winter.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we're very excited about it. We've grown quite a bit in the past couple of years, but we're very excited to be able to celebrate this with all of our wonderful customers, our fantastic team. It's a really incredible milestone. We have some exciting parties coming up. We'll have our 40th anniversary party. We have a collaboration coming up with one of our favorite brands, Chrome Hearts. So we're very excited to be able to announce that. We have basically like a custom design frame that we're doing with the company. So we'll be launching that in February. And then our 40th anniversary party is in March. So yeah, we're very excited to be celebrating all that.
40 years in the Valley is so impressive. So in regard to that, you have celebrations, you have parties and events coming up. So are these open to the public? Are they invite only? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, we'll be inviting a lot of our customers, but we always kind of have an open door policy. We love to meet new people, have old customers come back in. So yeah, keep an eye out for those invites. We also have all of our events listed on our website. So if you want any updates as far as, you know, what's coming up for parties, trunk shows we'll be doing all winter long. Some really great brands where they kind of come in a different vendor every week, and they have a huge assortment of everything from their collection, and customers can have that really personalized kind of shopping experience with some of our sales reps and our staff members, and, you know, do prescription lenses, but all of those events are listed on our website.
Amazing. And if you're anything like me, you like to have options. So you have all of the options here at the Goggle Bar as well as the trunk shows. So where do we go if we can't make it to any of the events and we want to just pop in? What are the typical operating hours? Where are you located? Tell me all about it.
Yeah, we have 8 locations. They all have slightly different hours. So we have 4 locations in Vail. This is our Bridge Street location right by the gondola with our Goggle Bar. We have our Village Center location, which is across from the Solaris. We have our Sport location, which is in the Sun and Up Hotel. Lions Head in Lions Head Village, a little bit of a smaller boutique experience. We have Beaver Creek in the Beaver Creek Village. Edwards in Edwards Corner. We have our newest location that opened up this past summer in the Willits Shopping Center in Basalt, over in the Roaring Fork Valley, and then a Snowmass location in the Snowmass Base Village, which is our second location in that valley.
So preferred vendor for all things eyepieces and eyewear. This is a really fantastic store. What you all do is wonderful. You do white glove service for each customer that comes in. I've witnessed it just standing here. It's wonderful to see the work that you do. So we appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Now tell us, where can we go one more time for more information?
Eyepieces.com. It has information on all of our prescription services. You can schedule eye exams on our website. More details on all of our locations, hours, all of our brands that we carry, a huge assortment collection-wise, and events. And you can also, you can shop for kind of accessories on our website as well.
Awesome. Well, Danny, thank you so much for all of the information. Congratulations, 40th anniversary. That's huge. It's really great to be in business for so long.
Yeah.
We love the work that you're doing here and the brand that you've established in the Valley.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Now stay tuned. Keep it here for more. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these 2 luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8del.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the show. I'm Julio Garcia, and I'll be joining you for the second hour of Good Morning Vail. Lots of exciting stuff coming up. We've got Ross talking to a few very special guests who are here to tell us all about their Aging Well speaker series, where you'll get to learn a little bit about the key to successful aging. We've also got Avija with her Valentine's special on Vail Vibes. We've got Kim and Ross in the kitchen telling us a little bit about how to make homemade bagels in honor of National Lox and Bagels Day. And then we've also got Tegan Davis joining us this morning from the Eagle Valley Library District. So if you're just joining us for the second hour of Good Morning Vail, grab your cup of coffee, sit back, enjoy, because the second hour of Good Morning Vail starts now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Welcome into the TVA Weather Center. On this Friday morning, we have some light snow falling to start the day, 20 degrees at 8 a.m. Things will heat up to a high of 31 today with a 30% chance of snow this morning. Mostly cloudy the rest of the day. Some slight winds, 5 to 10 miles an hour, coming from the west-southwest today. Into the hourly temperatures, 20 degrees to start with some light snow. Things will get cloudy later on around noon with a high of 26 degrees in the middle of the day and 28 degrees at 4 p.m. before dropping down to 18 degrees at 8 p.m. and mostly cloudy throughout the day today with some slight snow to start. Into the I-70 corridor, Eagles got a high of 34 degrees today with a 20% chance of snow. Avon 32 degrees with a 30% chance of snow. And Vail's looking at a high of 31 degrees with a 30% chance of snow. Denver, 44 degrees, 30% chance of snow. Lots of clouds in the mountains today. Tonight, a low of 10 degrees with some slight snow showers coming in and a 30% chance of that snow to fall. Winds light and variable this evening. Nothing new coming up, but we do have some snow in the forecast, and that brings us to our Beaver Creek snow report. 2 inches in the last 24 hours, 4 inches in the last 2 days, bringing the season total to 163 inches and a base depth of 57 inches. Beaver Creek's got 25 lifts open, 163 trails, and that's 73% of terrain. Vail's got 1 fresh inch in the last 24 hours, 5 inches in the last 2 days, and a season total of 186 inches with a base depth of 57 inches at Vail. 31 lifts open, including the back bowls of Blue Sky Basin, 277 trails at Vail Mountain, and 99% of terrain open at Vail. Julio, how we doing?
Good morning, Ross.
Good to see you here.
Happy Friday. Good to see you too. I don't get to come here very often, but when I do, it's a very exciting and fun time for me. So great to join you on the cast this morning.
We kind of touched base a couple years ago getting Vail Vida Latina started in the newspaper, right?
Yeah, so we've worked together in the past, and now I'm excited to be working here together with you again and joining you, like I said, this morning. It's always a fun time.
And how's the Spanish Good Morning Vail kind of going?
It's going really well. So yeah, if for anyone watching at home who don't know, we do have a Spanish programming, which I'm I'm very fortunate to work and have started that a few months ago. It's been going great. We've been expanding. We've received really good feedback from the community and a really good response. So it's just really excited to get to do something in Spanish for our Latino community. And yeah, we do a little bit of cooking, we do a little bit of information, we do a little bit of entertainment. We get to go out in the community as well. So it's a great way to connect with.
Love that.
with
I always
the
said you were a
community.
rock star, Julio, so it's
Thank
good
you.
to get your face on camera now.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. I do like to switch it up a little bit and come here on Good Morning Vail whenever I can, and today was one of those days, so I'm excited for second hour. We've got lots of exciting stuff coming up, so I'm excited to be here and to switch up my week a little bit for this Friday.
Yeah, send off the week the right way.
Send off the week on the right way, exactly.
That's right.
We have some snow this morning, hopefully some snow over the weekend. Waiting for that 1% on Vail Mountain. I always see on the snow report 99% of terrain open. We still need that.
We'll get
that
there.
1%. So hopefully this weekend we'll
get there.
We'll get some snowfall.
We'll get
but-
there. Lots of snow, a little bit of sun, and that's kind of how we like it, right?
Exactly. Yes,
Awesome.
all right.
Stay tuned
Yeah,
for
I'll be
more
here
Good
for the
Morning
second
Vail.
hour.
We'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. And Think Big kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Fleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Dog Tales is America's premier dog lovers magazine show. This series is all about dogs and the people who love them. Featuring dogs of all sizes, shapes, and breeds, keeping you up to date with all the latest news from the dog world. Sit back and enjoy a fun program for the whole family. Check your local listings and tune in to Dog Tales. TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
If we're all lucky, we're all going to age and get older. That's the goal. Luckily, we have some locals here to talk about how we can age well. And joining us on the couch this morning, we have Paige, Wendy, and John to talk about the Aging Well series that's coming up later this month, right, Wendy?
Yes, we have a few of them this year. So I'm Wendy Miller. I'm the Executive Director of Caregiver Connections, and we're a nonprofit that supports family caregivers of older adults. But I'm really representing the Aging Well series that we do in conjunction with Eagle County Healthy Aging, which is a unit under public health. And the whole series came about out of a strategic initiative back in 2017, and recognizing that our population is aging, and to try to better identify and address the needs as it relates to aging. I mean, it might surprise people to know that 20% of our population is 65 and older, where 18% is 18 and younger.
Wow.
And I think you would think, that there's a lot more, the 18 and younger, and those numbers are just growing.
Right.
And so we wanted to be able to, address their needs, because most of them want to be able to stay here and age in place and enjoy the quality of life that this valley is known for.
Right.
And so the Aging Well series has become a primary means for educating the public and providing the information they need so that they can age in place here.
Right.
And so we'll have 5 total this year. And the resiliency was a topic that I was very excited about, because I think I've only survived in my life because I'm resilient. I'm also a caregiver. My mother's 101.
Wow.
Yes, and she lives with me for 7.5 years.
Amazing.
Yes. So, but we want to talk about what it is, what it means, why it's important, how do you build it, both physically and emotionally and mentally. So we have perfect experts to talk about that, with John being the physical therapist with Altius, and Dr. Braxton with Vail Health, Behavioral Health. So, and I'll let them kind of introduce more of themselves.
Yeah, for sure. But before we move on, when is the first one?
It's February 21st.
And where?
At Colorado Mountain College. We always hold them at the college in the auditorium there. It starts at 4:30.
Okay.
And
free to attend?
Absolutely.
And is this for caregivers, for
It's
people
really,
already
it's
aging?
anybody of any age.
Cool.
I mean, that's what we want to try. Even though it's Aging Well series, you don't have to wait until, you feel like you're old or something to come to the Aging Well. You want to plan for being able to age well here in the county. So and resiliency is a topic for anybody.
Definitely. Well, Wendy, thanks for all that you do and all that's about to happen with this series and bringing it together. And Paige, you're with Eagle Valley Behavioral Health, and how do you guys fit into this?
Well, so we are a community agency that provides behavioral health services to anyone in Summit or Eagle County. And I'm a clinical psychologist by training. And the one thing that's been common throughout my career is working with people who've experienced trauma. And resiliency, it's about bouncing back from trauma or challenges. And I've had the true privilege of watching people bounce back. And we live in a community that's focused on chasing the fountain of youth. I've never seen a community where you see older adults skinning up a mountain or biking or rafting. And it's not a magic pill or a magic wand. The key to longevity lives within us. It's that grit, that resilience, that ability to have strength in the face of adversity. And we're excited to be able to talk about that in the community.
Yeah, it's so true. It's really inspiring, right, to see kind of our peers in the Valley get out at their ages, and really just kind of a goal for all of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And John, how do you kind of fit into this puzzle and working with this physical therapy side of it?
Yeah, so I'm a physical therapist. I work over at Altius Physical Therapy and Wellness, and I'll be talking about functional resiliency. So this is our body's ability to overcome inevitable setbacks as we age. So making sure that we have the strength, the balance, and the mental fortitude also to overcome these inevitable setbacks as we age. So I don't want to give away too much right now, but we're going to talk a lot about a couple different factors that play into resiliency so that you can continue to do all the awesome things that the Valley has to offer as you age.
I love how this is kind of a one-stop shop, right, for anyone to get all the information they might need. And where can people go for more information on this series?
So we posted on our site with Caregiver Connections and also the Eagle County Healthy Aging, and we've been trying to get the word out, but either of our organizations can be contacted to get information. But we'll be putting it in the Vail Daily, and
Awesome.
We'll be advertising it broadly for the different topics for this year.
And do you guys have any volunteer opportunities, or if anyone wants to kind of get involved and help?
Oh, absolutely. So transportation is a huge one, and so with Eagle County, they have a medical transportation that relies on volunteers. So if somebody needs to get to a doctor's appointment, and we have a pool of volunteers, but we definitely could use more. For Caregiver Connections, We have volunteers for our Senior Spot program, which is an adult day program, because even though we are known for these people that'll ski when they're 92 and all of that, unfortunately, just because we live here, we're not immune to things like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, and yet we want to have quality of life for everybody, the caregiver and the person who maybe has those diseases. So we have an Activity Buddies program, and we have an adult day program, and we use volunteers for both of those. That gives the caregiver a break, but then allows the person with a disease to engage in the same activities that they've always loved, but they might not be able to do anymore by themselves.
Definitely. And I just think it's awesome that the world's always changing, right? And the stories these people have and that they can tell in a car ride to a doctor's appointment are usually very powerful and changing for you as a volunteer, right? So great opportunities out there. What can people expect from this series? I know John didn't want to spill all the beans, but what can people kind of expect from each event?
So, well, we have some topics in mind. We don't have them quite set yet, but it's some of the things that we've talked about. We had a big program in November on how to age in place and what it means for you and your family, and that hit a nerve. We had a good turnout for that, and we've had talks on nutrition, heart health, brain health, so just a broad array of topics. We want to address how you can set up your home to age in place. Here it's difficult. Tends to be a lot of stairs in our residences here, and so how can we make modifications, and you can plan ahead so that you can stay in your home, or do you need to move and where? So just all of the kinds of concerns, how to deal with the financial piece. How are you going to, because the reality is 70% of people over 65 are going to need the help of a family caregiver at some point, or a paid caregiver. And so how are you going to pay for it? How are you going to, and so we talk about that. I do care consultations through Caregiver Connections a lot about that, how to plan financially, how to involve the kids, and
it's that circle of life, right? It's a beautiful thing, and again, hopefully we're all lucky enough to reach that point in life, right? Anything else you guys want to add? Anything I should have asked either of you guys, or?
Well, why don't you talk about why you really liked working with an older population, and why kind of this.
Hold on, Wendy, I got this. Why don't you talk about how no, go ahead.
I spent a lot of my training in graduate school working in the VA system. So I worked a lot with Vietnam-era veterans, Korean War veterans, and World War II veterans. And, with age comes true wisdom, and it is just an incredible experience to be able to be in a room with older adults. And I actually thought I'd pursue a career in gerontology. And the world took me a little bit different way, but that's where I got the ability to be a trauma therapist and to hear about this resilience and grit. And it's truly inspiring to hear from the darkest times in people's life. They learn and grow, and we talk so much about PTSD, but what we don't talk about is post-traumatic growth. And our older adult population is so ripe with so much post-traumatic growth because of their lived experience.
Right. Amazing. Well, I feel privileged to have all three of you on the couch. The expertise and the knowledge and everything you guys are doing is amazing. Be sure to check out the Aging Well series. 5-part series coming to the Valley. Whether it's for you or a loved one, definitely check it out. And thank you guys again for joining us.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome into the TV8 Weather Center on this Friday morning, 8 a.m., 20 degrees to start the day. We'll see a high of 31 degrees and a 30% chance of snow this morning. Mostly cloudy day throughout the day today. Few snow flurries possible with some slight winds from the west-southwest right now. Into the hourly, 8 a.m., 20 degrees to start, some slight snow falling. At noon, we'll see 26 degrees and cloudy skies, and at 4 p.m., 28 degrees and cloudy skies, and temperatures will drop down to about 18 degrees at 8 p.m. Slight snow to start, some clouds throughout the day. Into the I-70 corridor, Eagles looking at a high of 34 degrees today with a 20% chance of snow. Avon 32 degrees with a 30% chance of snow, and Vail 31 degrees with a 30% chance of snow. On the Front Range in Denver, a high of 44 degrees today and a 30% chance of snow. Mostly cloudy in the Rocky Mountains today. Tonight, a low of 10 degrees with a 30% chance of snow. Mostly cloudy skies, a few snow flurries tonight. Into this weekend, afternoon snow expected on Saturday, a 50% chance, a low of 5 degrees on Saturday and a high of 30. Sunday, the sun rolls back around, a mostly sunny day with a low of 5 degrees and a high of 29. Monday, mostly sunny before the clouds start to roll in the middle of next week. Beaver Creek snow report, 2 fresh inches. In the last 24 hours, 4 inches in the last 48, 163 season total, 57-inch base. 25 lifts open, 163 trails, 73% of terrain open at Beaver Creek, operating 8:30 a.m. to 4. Vail's got 1 fresh inch, 5 in the last 2 days, 186 total, and 57-inch base with 31 lifts open, 277 trails, and 99% of terrain open. Up next on Good Morning Vail, we're checking in with Avija and Vail Vibes with some tips on where to go on Valentine's Day.
Come on.
Hi friends, welcome to Vail Vibes. Love is in the air as we approach Valentine's Day. And I gotta tell you, ice skating in Vail Village is one of my favorite things to do. Wouldn't this be a fun date idea to celebrate your special day, whether you're with a partner, with a group of friends, or even solo, depending on how you like to celebrate? I've rounded up my top picks for the most unique and romantic ideas to celebrate Valentine's Day, no matter how you like to celebrate, because We all just want to love and be loved and have a little fun while we're at it.
Ice skating is always a good time, no matter what your age is. And Vail is home to 3 different ice skating rinks: Solaris Plaza, Arabelle at Vail Square, and indoor skating at Dobson Ice Arena. But if you're looking to step things up a little in the romance department, there's plenty of opportunity for that too.
What could be more romantic than a picnic in a winter wonderland?
Vail needs a unique experience that hasn't been offered before, and so those guests that have been coming for 20 or 30 years are excited for something new to do.
This is Pamela Davis. She's the owner and operator of Picnic Vail, and this is her first season offering winter picnics.
Winter picnics is just a whole new idea for Vail in general, and just so magical and cool, like being in a snow globe, you know, but warm.
Indeed, it felt surreal staring out at the winter sky from inside this cozy tent, set up right next to Gore Creek. Pamela says it's been a hit with people so far.
The majority of our picnics are surprises for the other person. So, and it always goes really well. I mean, proposals, we get tons of proposals. We just had somebody get engaged last weekend.
If you book a winter picnic, you get a comfortable setup like this one, complete with a heater, a game, a Polaroid camera, and a charcuterie board from Pamela's other business, The Grazing Fox.
We do dessert boards and s'mores boards and meal boards, just all kinds of different offerings, and we have a selection of things that you can take with you on adventure, like little boxes that have everything that a board has.
Pamela says making food this beautiful runs in her family.
I kind of blame just growing up with an artist for a mom, and then that meshed with, you know, my background in food and restaurants, and it's just what we did at home. The joy of gathering and eating was a big deal, and so I think that's why it's such a celebration for me personally. To get together and eat is like just the best way to show love.
So celebrate with your loved ones. As the saying goes, food tastes better when you're with the ones you love. When it comes to giving gifts for Valentine's Day, Hillary Magner, the owner of Squash Blossom, knows what she wants.
Always jewelry. Even though my husband says I own a whole jewelry store, there's nothing more special than somebody actually coming in and picking out a piece just for you and giving it to you. Hint, hint, Kevin.
She says it creates meaning and memories when someone picks out jewelry for you. And it's a form of expression.
It's wearable art.
The store's namesake Squash Blossom represents that.
This is what a squash blossom necklace is.
Native Americans have always celebrated their culture and artistry through their exquisite jewelry.
Chiefs used to wear them, and it's a very symbolic piece.
From rare gems to sterling silver studs, Squash Blossom has something for everyone, no matter what your price point is.
Diamonds are always good. Some great huggy hoops, or I would say like a pendant heart necklace. We do have men gifts, men necklaces, some bracelets. We even have a watch winder. We have a really cool designer, Carolina Bucci, that does these wish bracelets, and they're hand woven silk and 18 karat gold chain.
And if you want something that captures the spirit of Vail,
it's called a ski bunny. It's a ski bunny charm. It's the cutest little thing. They're all handmade in Vail, just carried at the Squash Blossom.
Hillary says although she loves Valentine's Day, you don't need to succumb to the pressure of a holiday to show your love for someone.
Love is something that you can celebrate at any time of the year. It doesn't always have to be around the Valentine's Day. It can just be any special moment to celebrate. And that's what I love jewelry, because it's something that celebrates retirement, love, happiness, any kind of special moment in life.
And in the end, we remember the moments, not the days. Whether you want to celebrate Valentine's Day for an entire day or an entire week, the Weston Riverfront in Avon has you covered. This is their couples massage room at the Spa Anjali.
You can schedule that couples massage. After the massage, you can get champagne and chocolates,
We're also doing a pop-up special for the month of February, and it is a strawberry seed scrub. It's a polish for the skin, so it is high in vitamin C. It's going to leave the skin really hydrated. It has a luxurious body balm that we'll use to do for the massage after the scrub portion.
So after you get rubbed and scrubbed, you may want to open up those chakras with their special Valentine's Day yoga.
The chakra yoga class that is going to be on February 14th on Valentine's Day would be a great class for you to attend yourself for that self-care or to do it as a couple together. It is a community-based yoga class, so 100% of the proceeds will go to Small Champions, a local nonprofit that we've partnered with for the month. We always do specialty yoga classes monthly, and we were just focusing on love and the Heart Center.
No doubt by then you'll have worked up an appetite. Located inside the hotel is Stoke and Rye, a restaurant by the award-winning chef Richard Sandoval. They'll be offering a Valentine's Day tasting menu.
It will be lobster tail with tenderloin, and then it'll be a really yummy, delicious, decadent chocolate dessert.
And if your love language involves gifts, there's plenty to choose from here at the boutique.
We have lots of skincare options, candles, we have scrubs, lots of clothing right now.
So make your appointments and your reservations, and may your Valentine's Day celebration be full of love. For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough.
Good morning, Vail.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Pascal. And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail, everyone. Now, it is Friday. It's always a very exciting day of the week, but that's not the only exciting thing happening today because it is also National Lox and Bagel Day, which is celebrated every year on February 9th. And to celebrate this delicious holiday, Kim and Ross show us in the kitchen how to make homemade bagels. So let's take a look at this recipe.
You know, it is a morning, which means we're having coffees and bagels. Yeah. Just kidding, we're gonna make the bagels here in the kitchen.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a good one. I love a good bagel, but you know, I always don't love how like heavy it is. Yeah. So I always look for like healthier alternatives to things. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you how to make the easiest 2-ingredient, well, technically 3 if you count the salt, but a 3-ingredient bagel.
Awesome.
Yeah, so are you a big bagel guy?
Yeah, I love the versatility of bagels.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What do you like to put on it? What's your favorite topping?
Usually like cream cheese or like make a sandwich out of a bagel, like a bagel sandwich, a nice bacon, egg, and cheese or something.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah,
It's so
just
good.
The versatility
you
of
know,
a bagel.
Same. I love it too. You know, my mom grew up in New York, and so I've grown up on New York style bagels. Nice. But this is a quick option that's really delicious. But it's really great. So you make it in the air fryer, and we actually have one on the way right now, so I can't wait to show our audience what that looks like. But we've got Greek yogurt, so it's very protein packed, and that's going to be the binding ingredient, and then self-rising flour. So
easy.
2 ingredients, very simple. But if you didn't have the self-rising flour, you can just do regular flour and baking powder. So cool. Yeah, pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna go ahead and do 1 cup of Greek yogurt and 1 cup of flour. We pre-measured the flour out so that we don't have to spill it all over the kitchen. But Ross, I'll let you go ahead and fill up this measuring cup with the Greek yogurt.
Do I just use the spoon?
Just use the spoon
Okay.
and just make sure that it's even, because you have to make sure that these ingredients are equally measured. So, you know, no pressure. We're just hanging out watching Ross put the Greek yogurt into our measuring cup, and this is 1 cup. This makes 4 bagels, which is great. And so it sounds like we've got a bagel that's finished there in the oven, in the air fryer, I guess I should call it. It's a really great little air fryer. This is a mini air fryer. It probably would make about 2 bagels at once, but I'll go ahead and show you what it's gonna look like. Now you can make these more round, toasty, nice and hot. You can make it more round, but we just went ahead and did a little bit of a hole in the middle, and it's really just kind of like a bagel without the hole in it. You know,
even better.
So
More bagel.
More bagel. It looks great. So we're going to keep it nice and toasty while we're in here, but we'll show everybody how to make the dough. So looks great, Ross. If you want to, actually, we'll start with the dry ingredient, and then we'll add the wet ingredient into it. So this is 1 cup of self-rising flour, already measured out, just to save us the hassle of having to clean up flour in the kitchen. That's my only qualm with baking, is flour getting everywhere, you know. So I just usually grab a brownie mix if I can at home, instead of having to measure out all the different powders that happen in the kitchen, all the baking powders. All right, great. So we've got our flour in here. We're just going to make a nice little hole here, and then I'm going to scoop it in and.
That's exactly 1 cup.
It's exactly 1 cup.
1 cup.
Yeah,
yep.
Exactly. So you can see it's very easy. I don't know. It's a fun one. This is a great thing. You can make like a big batch at home and put a bunch in the freezer, and you know you've got bagels and protein for days.
Love that. And if you want to do more, you just double.
You just everything? Double it. Yeah, double, triple, whatever you want to do. I'm going to let you go ahead and do the stirring there. So you just nice and easy. You just kind of fold the wet or the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. So it just takes your time, and it'll eventually get very sticky, and that's what we want in order to make these bagels. So you're doing a great job. How's it feel?
It feels great.
You're mixing it really well, and you just you can scrape the spatula on the edge of the bowl if you need to kind of get the dough off the side of it there. Yeah, just like that. You know, and if you ever want to give me the stirring back,
I got this.
I think you're crushing it.
Got this.
But this is just a really fun and quick and easy breakfast option. And then if you like a bagel, like you mentioned, as a sandwich, you've got great things at home to make a sandwich. I love to put cream cheese and smoked salmon. Oh, that's my favorite. Yeah. And to me, that's a breakfast, lunch, and dinner snack time meal. Oh yeah, for sure. You know, do you have a favorite kind of cream cheese?
There's different kinds.
There is, you know, I like to infuse my cream cheeses. So I do a lot of like chives and garlic and herb added into mine. You can buy it at the store, but I like to put a little extra touch in.
Jalapenos, do they do a jalapeno
They
cream
do.
cheese? Love that.
And if they don't, we could do it too.
I like
you know?
that.
It's that easy.
I like that.
That's that easy. It's looking great. So yeah.
It's getting there.
It is getting there. So I'm gonna give you a different task.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Time to eat the bagel.
Time to eat the bagel. But actually, we're going to do an egg wash on this one and make them an everything bagel.
Okay, awesome.
So if you wouldn't mind just cracking this egg into there,
Perfect.
into this little container, and then you're just going to whisk it up, and then I'll show you a really fun trick afterwards. So while you do that, I'm going to continue folding in this dough. You can see that there. It's just getting stickier, a little bit harder to mix, which is good because that's what we want. That's the consistency that we want.
We're gonna whisk this guy up.
Just whisk it up, and you know what we're gonna do with the egg afterwards. And I guess this is an added ingredient because we're making them everything bagels. But this will make the everything but the bagel seasoning stick to it. Yeah, looking great. So we're just doing that. Mixing it up. The dough is getting a little bit harder to get that flour to stay in there, and that's perfect because that's exactly what we want. And it's looking great, looking like dough. Can you believe it? Just 2 ingredients,
That's it.
and here we are.
Easy.
It would be 3 if we were using regular flour, because then we'd have to use baking powder. But either way, our dough is looking awesome.
And then if you don't have an air fryer, can you just throw this in an oven?
Throw it in the oven.
Easy.
Yeah, really easy. You can put the oven at 400 degrees, you know, bake it for 15 minutes or so.
Nice.
You want to make sure the inside is crispy, but you know, the good news is if it's not, there's no egg in this. So.
Yeah.
Not saying you should eat it, but it's really simple to continue to make that. All right, great. So we've got our dough. It's looking good. And it's okay if like not everything is there. So the next fun piece of this is we've got our flour, and we're about to make a little bit of a mess in here. I'm going to show you what we're doing next. You can just throw
Kim,
that down.
do you know what kind of bagels fly?
Yes, a plain bagel.
You got it. You got it. I saw those wheels turning in that head. Yep,
I
a
had to
plain
think
bagel.
about it. You know, so I love dad jokes.
Yeah.
I looked up a dad joke yesterday, and that was the one that I looked up.
Oh, no way. Nice.
Not intentional for today, but here we go. We're just going to throw some flour down on our, because even though they're a little bit sticky, we just want to make sure that it doesn't stick to the surface here.
Right.
And then this is going to be the fun part where we get to be creative. We take the dough, dump it onto our surface. Here it is. You're welcome to get in here, or I'll just
I think
do it.
you're crushing
I think I'll
this.
just do it. We roll it into a bowl, or a ball, just like that. And, you know, it's not going to stick to our surface, which is great because we have the flour down.
Mm-hmm.
So you can roll it into a ball just like that, and then you can do this. And if you want to make it a bagel shape, it will puff up and rise while you're cooking it.
Okay.
You know, that's not my best bagel shape there, but
it's beautiful.
You know, we'll just
It's
make it
beautiful.
look pretty. So that's how we do our first bagel.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do, and actually you can grab that spoon right there in the Greek yogurt. It's okay that it's got a little bit of Greek yogurt on it. We'll take this knife here, just scrape some of that off, just like that. And then what we're going to do is just take a little bit of this egg wash. And if you had like a paper towel, you can sometimes use that to spread it around. But I'm just getting down and dirty on this wonderful Tuesday morning. And just do a little bit of that. Spread it around, and then Ross, here's what you can do. You ready for this?
Ready.
You can sprinkle the everything but the bagel seasoning on the top of that.
Love it.
Just like that. I'm going to continue to roll this next set right here. We're just going to roll it in, make it into a ball. Now, if it gets a little bit sticky, that's okay. You just kind of add more flour into it. Looking great. Looking great.
Love it.
Awesome. So, and we can show what it would look like when it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing a...
You're going to do a heart shape? You're going to do a Valentine's Day heart shape bagel
You know,
here?
the dough is not quite as malleable as like a traditional dough, but we can try. You know, for all those lovers out there.
That's it.
Right? And there's one more, and then if you wanted to.
I got it.
All right. We're doing good. Yep, this is just how it turns out. Pretty easy. Looking great. I'll rub my fingers on it since we don't want to.
I like to keep,
don't want to dirty your hands.
I'm a little weirdo that likes to keep his hands clean.
Awesome. These are things that I like to do on the weekends if I'm not out on the hill. which
It probably tastes so much better than one out of a bag, right?
it does. It really does.
Yeah,
It's actually
real
nice
fresh.
and light and fluffy. It's not as dense as a traditional
Yeah.
bagel, and it's just great. And they're mini guys, so you're not super stuffed when you're finished eating them.
So you can have 4 or 5 and feel good about yourself.
It's true, exactly. All right, well, our bagels are looking good, minus this last one. There we go. So it makes about 4. You know, if I had evenly distributed the dough a little bit better, you know, we can make them more aesthetically pleasing. But they are pretty darn delicious. I cannot wait to show the audience what these will look like.
Yeah.
But then you pop them in the air fryer at about 300 and you let them bake for about, I don't know, anywhere from like 10 to 12 minutes. And then you've got a perfect mini bagel. So it's going to be quite delicious. We'll show them off later in the show. But this is how you get started and you get to rock and roll with them.
Easy.
So I am so excited. These bagels look great. They look more like a homemade biscuit because they are just risen. They look delicious, as you can see, with the egg wash nice and golden on the tops. And then we've got one that were popped here in the delicious toaster. So I'm going to try this and enjoy my breakfast. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Welcome to the Vibe Report with Avisha. This is where I tell you all about the exciting happenings around town. This weekend, we have a guided snowshoe tour Saturday, February 10th at the Nature Discovery Center on Vail Mountain at 10:30 a.m. This is a free guided snowshoe tour with a naturalist where you take an educational tour through the forest atop Vail Mountain. Learn about winter ecology and wild animals and be prepared for snow. Check out walkingmountains.org for more info on this event and many others. We also have the Meadow Mountain Skimo Race Saturday morning at Meadow Mountain in Minturn. You can learn more at vailrec.com. Also on Saturday morning is the 2024 Stedman Clinic Vail Cup. After more than 50 years, the Vail Cup has evolved into a fun series of on-hill events hosted by Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. Learn more at vailcup.com. The art exhibit by Tara Novak will continue this weekend at the Avon Public Library on Saturday and Sunday. She'll be there in person showing her Bigger Than Us series. Saturday night, there will be live music at Shakedown, the Gambit Bar, the Vail Chop House, Ein Prosit, Lodge at Vail, Red Lion, and King's Club at the Sonnenau. Sunday is game time. There will be a pre-Super Bowl sunrise skin at Vail Resort with Cynthia at Gravity House. And then there will be Super Bowl parties all over town. Gambit Bar, the Lodge at Vail, Altitude Bar and Grill, Decca and Bowl, and Chasing Rabbits will all be showing the big game. I hope you have a ton of fun this weekend. Stay safe, stay warm, and always spread the good vibes. Be sure to follow the Vail Vibes TVA Instagram for more info. See you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail, everyone. Now, as every Friday, joining us this morning on the couch is Tegan Davis with the Eagle Valley Library District, giving us all the updates and all the fun stuff coming up. So, Tegan, good morning. Thank you for joining us today. How are you doing? Happy Friday.
Good. Oh, happy Friday. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, it's lovely to
too.
see you. I haven't had the pleasure of interviewing yet. I've worked very closely with Rocio, who is your Spanish outreach coordinator for Eagle Valley Library District.
Were at the Spark
So,
Studio
yes, we checked out the Spark Studio, which is such an amazing space.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Okay, good.
Super cool.
Yay.
And today you are here to give us a few updates. Tell us what is going on over at the Eagle Valley Library District.
So how libraries function is you can go in and you can check out materials if you have a library card.
Yes.
Typically, if you didn't bring those back on time, there is a small fine associated with that.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to make an announcement that we are fine-free for traditional library materials.
Okay.
So books, movies, video games, magazines, audiobooks, all our e-materials are already fine-free.
Yeah.
So all the physical traditional library materials are now fine-free.
Okay.
You still have to bring them back.
Okay. So what does fine-free mean specifically?
So if you were to check out an item and
Okay.
prior, if you were to bring it back just a wee bit late, we would charge 10 cents a day
Okay.
Until we had the materials.
Got it.
Now, we're not going to charge you 10 cents a day. We still would like the materials back,
Right.
but we're not going to charge you that small fine because what we found was it was actually a barrier.
Mm-hmm.
And again, some libraries function differently all across America. So we would stop our 10 cents at $3. So we would
Okay.
never charge you more than $3,
Okay.
but not everyone would know that. And so they might have a library book for 6 months.
Yes.
And they were hyper nervous
To bring it
it
back,
back
or-
because
Yeah.
they're like, oh my God, I'm going to owe like so much money. And we're like, no, we just want it back. Like, please
Right.
just give it back. So at this point, we realized that it was affecting 12% of our library card holders. They were no longer able to check out because they had fines of over $5.
Mm-hmm.
And so in order to break down barriers and to make sure that everyone has access to materials, we are now doing away with fine-free for traditional materials.
Love that.
Our library of things, so think our hotspots,
Yes.
our GoPros, all the different
Equipment
items.
and
Yep.
all of that,
That
yes.
still has fines associated with it. Because we have fewer of those items.
Okay.
So those ones you would get a fine associated with those items if you did bring them back late.
Okay. Now, traditionally speaking, before when there was this fine
Yeah.
associated with not returning books or stuff like that, would that then prevent you from checking out books?
Only if you reached a certain cap.
Okay.
And so again, we found that 12% of our users had reached that cap. And a lot of that is just a lack of understanding that we're not going to charge you if we're not going to charge you a gazillion
Yeah, it's not
dollars.
gonna keep accumulating.
We just want our items back
Right.
so we can share them back out to the public. So again, you still have to bring the items back. On time would be preferable because
Yes.
after a certain period of time, we will charge you for it because we're like, oh, you wanted to keep it. Okay. No, please give it back.
Yes, no, that's very important.
Yeah, but we're
and-
not going to charge you like that 10 cents a day.
Yes, that's very important. So any of the more traditional books
Yes.
and everything like that,
Yeah.
there's no longer a fee associated with it. Library of Things and a couple other special articles might still have that associated
Correct.
fee,
So our state park pass, you need to bring that back
Okay.
so that other people can enjoy the state parks.
Yes.
And you can reserve that. And we also have our lucky days. So if it's there, you can take off and go head up to Sylvan Lake. So there are items that will still have that fine, but for the majority of traditional, or what we're calling them, items do not have that fine
I love
anymore.
that. Now, remind us, Tegan, what is the amount of time that we can check out a book,
Thank
for
you.
example?
Yeah.
So folks,
Yeah.
have that in mind when returning a book.
3 weeks.
Okay.
And so you have 3 weeks, and then if you still need a little bit more time and no one is waiting for that book, so if you are waiting for that book, put a hold on it. Otherwise, our system doesn't know you're waiting.
Okay.
You can actually get up to 2 renewals. So if no one's waiting for the item, potentially you could have it for up to 9 weeks.
Okay.
And then after that, we're like, okay. bring
Yeah,
it
it's
back,
time to
please.
bring it back. Yeah. I always check out books from the Avon Library here right
yay.
next
Okay,
door. Yeah,
great.
so I love coming over and checking out a variety of books. And I do get that email.
Yes,
sometimes
yes.
it'll come through and
Yep.
say, hey, your book has automatically renewed
Yep.
because nobody is
Yep.
waiting for it.
Yep.
So you get to keep it a little bit longer. If maybe you weren't finished reading it and
Yes.
just need a couple more days, I love that you're able to.
Oh,
renew it
good,
for a couple
good.
of
Yes,
times.
we do the courtesy email, so I'm glad you found those helpful.
Yeah,
so
no,
we
that's
do
super
try to
helpful.
remind people when their items are due with courtesy emails. You can also get text messages if that's easier for you, and then of course
Yes.
we'll let you know if it renewed.
I love that. Now, for the library of things, is the
Yes.
deadline also
No.
the same, or how long can we check out things at the library
So
of things?
library of things, it's a week.
Okay.
So again, we have fewer items. They're a little bit more particular.
demand,
yes,
maybe too.
Oh, definitely the hot spots. And so those only you can check those out for a week.
Okay.
And
1 week.
1 week, and there's no automatic renewals on those. So
Okay.
we do ask for those back a little bit quicker because again, we have fewer items and they are high demand.
Awesome. Tegan, now you mentioned as we're talking about checking out books, avoiding the fine, which is no longer going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Placing a hold. You mentioned
Yes,
that. I
thank
think it's
you.
important. And I think it's
Yes.
a good reminder for people. I've placed a hold
Good.
on lots of books, and I know that you work with a ton of different
Yes,
libraries.
yes.
Even if the book is not on shelf or not within the
Yep.
library district, you guys work to bring it to the people.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yes.
So it's because a lot of people don't, because libraries across America are different and across the world are very different. And so Colorado just happens to be a special place where we like to share with each other.
Love that.
So if it's not on our shelf and you can't find it, go into our OPAC, our online card catalog. It's computers in the library, or you can access it at home at evld.org.
Okay.
And then what you do is you put in the title, and if we don't have it, you put a hold on it. That's most important. And then all those libraries that are listed that have that book, even if we don't particularly own it, all those libraries will collectively try to send it our way via the courier system.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, we have another system that our system talks to, which is Prospector, and that's actually, so Marmot is all Western libraries, so that's
Okay.
what you're seeing is all Western libraries.
Yes.
And then we'll talk to Eastern libraries, including big universities, to try that, to get that material.
Yes.
And if that doesn't work, we'll start asking out of state. So we've had things come from Library of Congress because this person had a particular research project and the Library of Congress had the item.
Love that. And it's
Yeah.
never really more than a week's wait time
Thank
for the
you.
book
Yeah,
to get there.
yeah.
So it's a really efficient system. If you want to check out a book, but it's not on shelf or it's available at another library, I think that's something that everyone at home should take advantage of. Tegan, thank you so much for
Thank
being us here
you.
today. Everyone at home, check out evld.org for more information on how to get cards. Check out their catalog and check out some books. No more fines, but please bring the books
Do
back.
bring them back. Yep, thank you.
Awesome. Tegan, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Now we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to take one last look at your local weather, so stay tuned for more.
Good morning, Vail.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
More than ever, kids need information to help them better understand their surroundings and to better protect themselves. Each week, this program works with the various law enforcement agencies across the country and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, spotlighting several missing cases, hoping someone, like you, might have information that will lead to finding these individuals.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to the TV8 Weather Center. We're wrapping up this edition of Good Morning Vail, but before we sign off, let's take a look at that extended forecast. Some snow showers tomorrow afternoon with that 50% chance, high of 34 tomorrow. Sunday, mostly sunny skies with a high of 29. Looking into Monday, sunny skies as well. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 35. And for Wednesday, a high of 36 with those partly cloudy skies. So expect some snow this weekend. We're signing off. Have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning,
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh,